Hello. Hi, Ruth. Good to see you. Nice to find that people are finding me easily now at 7:30 p.m. and 10 o'clock a.m. for morning reflection and evening meditation. We're here for another evening meditation to relax and restore at the end of a day. Hopefully you'll find these meditations relaxing and able to help you feel a little bit more refreshed at the end of a day. Hi, Catherine. Nice to see you. Yeah, good to see everybody here coming back at the end of the day. And I know some people come and find us later, and so hello to you too. If you come and find this later on in the evening when it's closer to bedtime. Hi, Susan. Bless you too. And Anne and Betty. Good to see you. We have another meditation from the Healing Waterfall that we have started with this week. A little bit different style of meditation than the ones that we were reading from, what was the other book? The Healing Oasis, of course, with Sharon Moon. Hi, Allison. Our guided meditations for mind, body, and spirit that we were working on. And I think at some point we'll go to the book, Return to the Healing Oasis, or Returning to the Healing Oasis. But we're just taking a little break from that style of meditation for now, and then heading into, Ruth says, your hairdresser did a great job. Well, thank you. I did it myself. So don't look too closely. There's a few spots that are a little bit patchy, but it is so much better than it was. And I had to put on my face to do the classic before and after shot, because you know the before shot in those awful videos and pictures that we see are always so forlorn, no makeup, terrible lighting, and then the after shot always has nice lighting and full makeup. So I was going for the full effect. So welcome. Enough about me. So tonight's meditation, like I said, comes from a new book that we're working on this week called The Healing Waterfall. And last night we actually did the namesake version of meditation called The Healing Waterfall from this book. Tonight's meditation is called Gateway to Peace. And it was really interesting when I picked this up this evening to think about what I've been reading all day. I've been preparing for Sunday. This coming Sunday is often known as the Good Shepherd Sunday. And so I've been reading John 10. And John 10, verse 9, is where Jesus says, I am the gate, and whoever comes through me will be cared for. I love that. I love that idea. And so, and when I read this, Gateway to Peace, I thought, there's a connection in my day. How neat is that? So having just been reading about Jesus saying, I am the gate, and then hearing the Prince of Peace, the gateway to peace, and all the connections. It's so neat. There's so many connections in our daily lives if we look for them. And I don't really believe in coincidence. I see those as holy moments of, that's what that was all about. So it's time. We've got a lot of you here now. Get comfortable. Find yourself in a relaxed place. Maybe in a comfy chair. I always spend every night here in my rocking chair. This is the same rocking chair I rock my babies in. So it's a place of remembering and sentimentality for me, but also a very comfortable Bass River rocking chair. And I've got my nice big fluffy blanket from Rodden Hills. If it's Nova Scotia tartan on it, that's where this blanket lives in my room. So I'm cozy, and I'd like you to get cozy. So find a comfortable chair. Hi, Heather. Good job on the bells in the video. So hopefully you can relax after the end of a long day. Get comfy, lay down. Make sure that you're warm enough or cool enough, whatever it is that you need this night. Find yourself taking a few deep, full breaths before we do some guided breathing together. And just spend a moment making sure that you're completely comfortable. Put a pillow under your knees if you're laying down. Maybe make sure you're either sitting up in your chair or you flipped up the end of your lazy boy, and allowing yourself to be completely comfy. So now that you're comfortable, close your eyes. And let's take a few deep, full breaths together. Deep breath in through the nose and a nice big full breath out of your mouth. See if you can make that breath out a little bit longer than your breath in. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out of your mouth a little bit longer than you breathed in. Let it go nice and slow, completely releasing that exhale. Do that just a couple more times. Nice full breath in, and then a long, slow, easy breath out. And we're going to begin our relaxation section of the meditation tonight with a breath that I think will be very helpful for all of us in this time when there's a lot of anxiety when we're out and about. If that's not a more Canadian thing to say, out and about, I don't know what is. So if you're listening to us from a place outside of Canada, it is true. We speak like that, out and about. But when we're out and about right now, I think it's... I know for myself, I find it very anxiety inducing. Everybody's a little bit on edge. Some people aren't very kind, and everybody seems to try and to be in a rush. There are a lot of people that are very patient and very kind and very loving. But it can be those people that aren't, that can get under our skin. And I wanted to teach you a breath as we relax this evening that will take you from this place of comfort when you're out in the world and anchor you back to this moment of relaxation, helping you find some calm in the center of chaos, whether it's actual chaos happening all around you or just a chaos within you. So it's called a centering breath, and it's a long, slow, intentional inhale followed by a very long, slow, intentional exhale. And you just do that once, this very, very long and drawn out, and I'll teach you a little bit more in just a moment. Very, very long inhale, very, very long exhale, and then you return to your normal cycle of breath until you're ready to do that again. So I want you just to breathe normally for a few breaths. Take a breath in and out. We're going to breathe in and out of our nose for all of this if you can. If at any point you need a big sigh, you take one. You do whatever you need to feel comfortable. So after a couple of rounds here of just a breath at a normal pace, I want you to breathe out all your breath completely, and then a slow sipping inhale. So breathe in as though you're breathing in through a little tiny straw in your nose. Breathe in as slowly and as intentionally as you can, and also as deeply as you can. Feel that breath coming in and in and in, and when you can't breathe anymore in, try just for just a little bit more. And then it'll be really tempting to just puff that all back out. Don't. If you can, very slowly, again like a little balloon maybe with a little hole in it, allow that breath to leave your body very, 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 very slowly, very intentionally. And when you think there's no more breath to let go, see if you can just find a little bit more to let go, and then return to normal breath. So you're going to keep going with that, and I'm going to time it for about 3 minutes. I'm going to talk you through one more, but you're just breathing normally right now, just a normal breath. That very, very slow inhale and exhale is only going to happen about once in between, or it is only going to happen once between every 4 to 6 or 7 breaths. So you might feel ready to do it again after 4 breaths. You might need 6 or 7 breaths till you feel ready to do that really long, slow, intentional inhale, followed by an equally or longer, slow, intentional exhale. So one more even breath in and out, just naturally. And when that breath has completely left your body, take a very slow sipping inhale through your nose as slowly as you can, allowing that breath to come deep into your body, really controlled, really slow, filling every corner of your lung. And then when you don't think there's any more breath that can come in, see if there's just a little bit more space for a little bit more. And then as you breathe out, same thing, nice and slow, let that breath just leak out of your body ever so slowly. Slowly as you can. Let that breath go right back out of your body. And when you think there's no more to be let go of, You'll be surprised to see you can let go just a little bit more, and then breathe normally 4 to 6 or 7 times. At least 4, up to 6 or 7. And when you feel ready to take that slow, centering, intentional inhale and exhale once, do it. Follow it by 4 to 6 or 7 centering breaths, these long, slow inhales followed by a long, slow exhale, followed by 4 to 6 or 7 normal cycles of breath. I'll guide you one more. Breathe out completely, and then slow sipping inhale through the nostrils, slowly as you can, very mindfully, very intentionally, breathing that breath into your body, all the way down deep into your lungs. When you think there's no more breath that can come in, see if there's room for just a little bit more. And then with lots of control, allow yourself to breathe out just as slowly or even slower than you breathed in, till all of the breath is back out of your body. And when you think that's it, see if there's just a little bit more to let go of. And then return to your normal cycle of breath. So I'm going to invite you to breathe that way for several cycles. I'm going to time it for about 2 more minutes. You can start now. Just 1 more minute now. Allow 1 very long, slow, intentional inhale, followed by 1 very long, slow, intentional exhale, followed by several cycles of normal breath, breathing in and out naturally until you feel ready once again to have 1 very long, slow, intentional inhale, followed by 1 very long, slow, intentional exhale. So this is a centering breath. You can do this any place, anytime. Remember that 1 long, slow, intentional inhale and exhale. And how at first that might have been a challenge, but now it feels very calming, very centering. You have to pay a lot of attention to your breath to breathe that way, and that brings you back into yourself and grounds you into the present moment. Something that we need to find patience and compassion in what can sometimes feel like chaos. So take that with you when you go from this place later after our meditation tonight. Take that as a gift that will ground you back into this moment where you've taken some time to take care of yourself, some time to rest and relax, and allow that to anchor you into this moment when you find yourself out in the world and feeling a little bit pulled in many directions. Find that centering breath that you've just learned. Now take a very deep breath. And as you release it, feel your body settle into your seat or into your space where you're laying down. Allow yourself to become still and more comfortable. Let go of your concern with controlling your breath and just allow your breath to be natural and relaxed. Trust that your body will breathe just as it needs to breathe in this time. Allow your awareness to move from your breath to drop down into the center of your body, down into your lower abdomen, the space right behind your belly button. Notice that your breathing there has become steady and peaceful. And in this moment, all you need to do is gently breathe in and out. And everything else can wait. You're entirely safe and secure in this moment. All is well. Imagine you're walking down a quiet lane now. The weather is perfect, and you're enjoying the steady rhythm of your footsteps. The steady rhythm of your footsteps as you move along at an easy, comfortable pace. It must have rained here recently because the air is crisp and clear, and you can smell the fresh fragrance of flowers on the gentle breeze. There are tall, old trees along this lane, and you're enjoying their shade and the soft rustle of their leaves. Listen for that sound, the soft rustle of the leaves of those tall, old trees along this lane. As you continue walking, you come alongside a weathered wooden fence. Its slats are shades of silver and gray. This fence seems to go on for quite a distance. It's too tall to see over, so you begin to wonder what could be on the other side. Pretty soon, you come to a wooden gate. It's closed securely. And you see a paper note now, and it's pinned to the gate. And the paper has your name neatly written upon it. So you reach out and you take off the gate, take the note off the gate, and you turn it over. And you see that it simply says, "Come in." Put the note in your pocket and go ahead, open the gate. As you step through to the other side, you're greeted by a field of waving grass, some beautiful shade trees, and a small meandering brook. Look all around you. See the beautiful trees, the waving grass, the meandering brook. There's a comfortable looking old wooden chair waiting under a tree by that brook. It looks very inviting, and so you head over to it. As you walk towards the chair, you begin to take in the lovely essence of this place, the gentle movement of the grass, the warmth of the sun, the ripples on the water's surface all seem to be telling you a story, one you've been longing to hear. Sitting in this comfortable old chair, you feel a familiar sense of warmth and peace. It's as if you've been reunited with a dear old friend, someone who knows you very well. There's nothing you'd keep from this person, and anything you do, say, or feel is just fine. Allow this feeling of warmth and peace to completely surround you now. Let it surround you as it communicates its healing presence to every part of you, inside and out. Feel this healing presence touching your shoulders and back. Let any tension there melt away. And feel it in your arms and hands, and in your chest and abdomen and hips. Feel this relaxing, healing presence in your legs and in your feet. Allow this gentle, healing presence to touch your face, head, and neck. As it connects and moves throughout your entire body, feel this healing presence flowing through you. Take a few moments now to absorb and enjoy this feeling of warmth and peace. From the other side of the brook, an animal has come to drink. Attracted by the delicious smell of the water and the inviting peacefulness of this place. As you observe this simple, beautiful occurrence, a leaf falls from the tree overhead and lands in the brook. And as you watch the leaf float downstream, perhaps it occurs to you that some of the concerns you may have been carrying are not really necessary, and you can release them as well. And as the leaf floats away out of sight, your heart seems to become lighter, and you're breathing freer. The animal that is visiting the stream to drink picks up its head. It looks directly in your eyes, making a deep connection with you. And in this moment, you recognize that this creature is a mirror of yourself. You understand that in drinking here, it expresses its need, nurtures itself, and fulfills its own destiny. And in knowing this, you also feel nurtured and fulfilled. Take a few moments to more deeply enjoy this awareness. Before you prepare to leave the stream, take the note out of your pocket, the one from the gate with your name written on it. Examine this note a second time. You may find another message written there now, one you didn't notice earlier. Perhaps even the handwriting looks familiar. Spend some time examining your note. It's time now to begin your return. Take your time. See yourself leaving this gated garden, this gated pasture and shaded trees and meandering brook. See yourself closing the gate behind you for now, remembering that this space exists inside of you anytime you wish to return to it. Gradually begin to bring yourself back into an awareness of the room that you're in, of the surface that you're on, of the breath that you take, of the body that you're in. Wiggle and move your body. Start with your fingers and your toes. Gently roll your shoulders and your wrists and your ankles, maybe moving your head from side to side. Allow yourself a great stretch, maybe even a yawn, before allowing your eyes to come open. Coming back into this space, feeling rested, restored, ready for a lovely evening or perhaps a good sleep. Maybe you've already drifted off if you're listening to this now or later. And if you have drifted off and you are asleep, may you sleep through the night. For those of you that are with me, back with me, I say good evening. Welcome back to this space. Let us find just a moment to close in prayer. The other scripture I've been reading today that's come up because it's Good Shepherd Sunday is Psalm 23. And I couldn't help but think about that when I was leading that meditation for you right now. This idea of laying down in green pastures and leading beside still waters. We had a meandering stream, but it wasn't a very busy stream, so still and lovely. So I hope you found yourself there in that sweet space this evening. I hope that the gift of the centering breath is a practice that you can come to again and again and practice it. Practice it a lot when you're not in a moment of chaos. It's a wonderful breath. Say you're waiting for the water to boil for spaghetti. Practice the breathing then. Practice that long, slow, intentional breath. Inhale, followed by a long, slow, intentional exhale, and then normal breathing. The more you practice these things when you don't need them, the more natural they are when you do. Trust me. Breathing gets me through a lot in my life, and I think will continue for the rest of my life, as long as I breathe. So thank you for being with me again this evening. It's so good to be with you each night. I say good night to you. Good night, Bill and Eunice. Good night to all of you, and let's have a quick prayer. Holy mystery that is all things in all things, sees all things, knows all things. God who knows the deepest corners and yearnings and desires of our hearts. God who knows our worries and our fears more deeply than we may even know ourselves. God who knows exactly what we need and helps us to know that that might not always be what we want. Let us put our trust in you, God, this night as we make our way towards sleeping and resting. May you be present with us. May the Spirit guide us, and may we be comforted by the knowledge that Christ taught us all we need to know. To love you and to love one another is how we ought to live. Take from us our worries and our fears this night and allow our hearts to be peaceful. Lead us beside still waters, lay us down in green pastures, restore our souls this night. We ask all of these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Good night, everyone. Sleep well. I love you. Bye.